Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
I love hearing it. It puts me in a good mood when I hear that so right there at the end. Big Sirs bringing it. And we are excited for a Friday. Okay, you got work to be done at the stadium on Sunday. The bank, you hope it's rocking. You hope there's a lot of teal and black in it and a chance to get this team back in the win column, a 2-1 record with a win over the hated Houston Texans. How big would that be? So that's what we're going to talk about today, along with the college football world. We'll sink our teeth into that. Matty Hayes back from his look at the college football playoff committee, which we will get into a little bit later on. But we want to really focus in on this football game on Sunday, people. So we hope that you guys are part of the show. You're invited to jump in on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We had a great time at Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring yesterday. Big Sirs, we had a good time. We got fed well.
A lot of protein.
We did the show on top of the shag.
Did you get the meat candy yesterday?
No meat candy, bro.
No.
It ran out.
Yeah,
but he had plenty of protein.
They had everything else.
Yeah, it was sad.
And
heartfelt.
Yeah, whenever you don't have the meat candy, it is a little bit of a bust.
Disappointing, yes.
Yeah, but JJ should fire off the studio audience with a round of applause because T-Champ did bring back JJ some. So
he did.
Yeah.
Yes, I usually don't get fed because I'm always here in the cave, but thank you, Tom Champion, for that.
Exactly. So he took care of you. That's for sure.
And of course, Moore's Barbecue.
Yeah. So everybody was happy at the end with a big old full belly. All right, so the Jags top of mind, the Houston Texans top of mind. What's it going to take? What can you do to get ready for it? What do you think the X factor is going to be? All that stuff. You can definitely dig in with us today. I've already heard from one Derek DeStefano that is the owner of Southampton with all the vowels except you. And so DeStefano all fired up. You ready for this? Okay. They start out at Tailgaters Parking. They've got the whole Southampton crew there, and they're all lined up. Everybody's bringing different things. They got 2 Blackstones that will be fired up and working.
Nice.
Right? Not 1, 2 Blackstones.
Are they like the extra large Blackstones too?
Oh, this putting in work, bro.
Yeah, we're talking a lot of griddle space.
He's putting some work on that.
A lot of griddle space right there. But they're starting out with onion dip and chips, pressed Cuban sandwich bites, barbecue sauce, peach barbecue bison smash burger sliders with bacon and cheddar, 4 sliders per pack, smashed tater tots with bacon and cheese.
What are you trying to do to me here right now?
Oh, my gosh. Smoked Gouda mac and cheese, smoked baked beans, and then they finish off with some Oreo cookie brownies. So that is just awesome.
So I just gained 3 pounds.
Oh, my gosh. Just hearing it makes you hungry. That's for sure.
Keep sexy back.
All right, so if you guys got the menu planned against Houston for your tailgate, let us know. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Now, as we set it up big, and you and I did this today, Matt, jump in for sure. The essence of this is trying to take control in a lot of ways of the AFC South, trying to reclaim your spot in this division. If you have to look at it that way, do you not?
You have to, absolutely. I mean, you have an opportunity to send your rival to the abyss of 0-3 at the start of the season and have a 2-game jump on them, and then be 1 game behind the coach. Because I don't know whatever the coach do this week, and you got to stay pace with them. Right now, the Colts are 2-0. They're on fire. They're on freaking fire. So if you want to reclaim this division, you got to start by beating the team that's handcuffed you.
Yeah.
8 of the last 9 times at home. They've owned the deed to Duval. I don't even appreciate that. I'm bothered by that. I'm troubled.
Yesterday,
if you're not upset as me, I don't know what to do, Matt Hayes. Tell me.
No, Leon, what did you tell Matt what you said yesterday? This team's just paying rent right now.
Yeah, we just renters. We're squatters. They own the house of Duval.
And you got to get it back.
Yeah, but let me ask you something, though, because you always give me grief about this when I try and bring the college attitude into it. Do players in that locker room even care about stuff like that?
They should. Take it personal.
Oh, you
bro, if a team is beating you 8 out of the 9 times, trust me, it's been said at least once or twice in the team meeting.
Can you get them riled up and ready and more focused because of that? That's the question.
If they're not, we got the wrong players.
Yeah, I don't think this is a college versus the NFL thing. This is you're playing for your division. That should fire you up. Getting back to the top of your division should fire you up.
You're playing at your house.
Yeah.
This is your house. This is the house of Duval.
Yeah.
I mean, the team is coming here 8 out of the last 9 times and beating you in your house.
All right, so
I'm going to give you the words.
Must be a real fortress.
The great Peter Gent from the legendary movie North Dallas 40. Every time you say it's a game, I say it's a business. Every time I say it's a business, you say it's a game. Look, if it's really truly a game, if it's a game and you love playing the game, you should be embarrassed that they've owned you at your house.
Well, the difference between that quote and North Dallas 40 is because they're talking to management. He's talking to management when he's saying that. This is all player, all in the locker room. Who are you?
Well, I'll give you an example. When I was here in Jacksonville, the one thing that we could not do is we could not beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh until we did. And that was our focal point. Once we knew that we could beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, we knew that we were serious contenders at that particular time. And we did it in 98, and we did it in 99. So I'm just saying, you can create that kind of, like you said, college football rivalry where you pinpoint this team that you need to beat at some aspect of the season. And I say, why not pick the Texans?
Oh, yeah. And you've got to do it. It's the only way you can start to chip away at what somebody else has that you want, and that is the division title. And look, we're going to do our Protect the Crown with Corona a little bit later on, but this is all about the AFC South crown, and if you can get a hold of it. And so just listen to these scores, okay? This is in Jacksonville. Houston wins 23-20 last year. You go back to 2023. They beat Jacksonville by 20, 37-17 here in this house. They beat them 13-6 in 22. You go back to 2021, and it was a 37- in Jacksonville, it was 30-16. They beat Jacksonville. You go back to 2020, they win 27-25, a close one in that ball game. You go back to 19, they beat the Jaguars 26-3. The last time Jacksonville won here against Houston was the playoff year of 2017. Wow. Okay, so that's 7 of 8 is what it is, okay? So they've won 7 straight, and the last one was 2017 when this team got in the win column here in Jacksonville. Lost 20-7 the following year in 2018.
The 2023 ass kicking should have been like a red flag for all of us in that season. That was when they started. Remember when they started 8-3, and it was clearly fool's gold after you got annihilated by the Texans, annihilated by the Niners at home. I think that should have been a red flag for everybody that something is not right here.
Yeah.
Because it's week 3. You're at home. You just came off a tough loss to the Chiefs that you could have won, and you just get drilled.
By 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Drilled. And it was worse than that.
And that was one of the games. Remember what they said after that, Matt? We just need to get out of town. Do you remember? That's when they were heading to London. Okay, they just need to have a change of scenery, or however they phrased it. They went to London, and they did win those games, and they course corrected and all that kind of stuff. But
they had to get out of this tough media environment.
And so, and that was the year that they had C.J. Stroud was a rook, came in, had been sacked, I believe, 11 times in the first 2 games, if I have it right. And had 4
new offensive linemen, right?
And Jacksonville never got to him. So all of that is the misery, okay? Now you need to get to the luxury of now it being in your stadium, in your house, in front of your fans. Like you said, that should fire you up.
Yeah, you got to get back to the business of ball, and this team is in the way. Houston, Texas are in the way. All right? You recovered from last week. Last week was a loss we shouldn't have took. We should be sitting here at 2-0.
Right.
Trying to catch up with the coach, but what happens. But if you play effectively the way you play without the penalties and mistakes from last week, I think we'll be fine.
You know what they're saying? They're 0-2. They need to win. They're like, all right, this is our get-right game.
Well, we've been known to be.
This is the Jags.
We've been known
Jacksonville.
to
We'll
get you
right
right
in there.
In the past, we've been known to get you right if you play bad.
Yeah.
But not this year, baby. Not this year.
Forever, this team was an elixir. Okay, just take it, hold your nose, take it, and you'll feel better. But that has to change, and that's what I think everybody's looking forward to with what you have seen the first couple of weeks. If nothing else, Liam Cohen has changed the style of play. It's certainly much more exciting on the offensive side. Anthony Campanelli's changed the defensive fortunes with the takeaways, with the sacks, with the pressures, all that type of stuff. And so, yeah, it's all about imagining this football franchise that going forward can be a killer instead of getting knocked out.
Well, I think what you're seeing right now in the first two games is they're on the road. Like, they're on the road to recovery because you can see what they're doing. And if you're a player, you can see that it's working. All right? Now it's time to take a turn.
Yeah.
Now it's time to take a significant turn to you're a division team. You do not come into our home stadium and win this game, period.
Yeah.
End of statement.
Well, here's what I want to see, Matt. I want to see constant elevation. However you play week one, you should be playing better by week 3. I don't want to see the same mistakes. I don't want to see. I want the tempo to even pick up even. I want them to ramp it up even higher for this week. Every week you should be ramping it up. You should never maintain and stay the same. I'm talking about as far as the play calling, as far as the effort, as far as the execution, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right? that's to me, that's part of taking that turn. That's part of, all right, the days of old are gone.
Yeah.
This is a different team, a different franchise, a different philosophy. And these guys who were here last year, majority of them have to be those guys have to be the guys that, like Leon's saying, they have to step up and say, this is not who we are anymore.
Right.
This is a different franchise, and we're going to show it right here.
I was listening to Jaguars programming with Gladstone, Jimmy Gladstone's my guy, Harry Potter, and Tony Baselli, along with Jeff Lageman and J.P. Shadrick yesterday. And Baselli just basically whittled it down to the simplest of things, which you've said you said quite often. He said, they're right now the bully of the division, and they've punched us. We need to punch back. Okay, we need to punch them in the mouth. That's toe-to-toe business. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said.
Well, Tony got that from Tom because what Tom did to get this franchise moving forward, he created an adversary. The adversary was the Steelers. That's the team you got to go beat. Yeah. You got to beat them here, and you got to beat them there. Yeah. So same way here. Who's the team? Well, we hate the Titans, but they're struggling right now. But right now, what I'm saying, the Texans are the team that's in the way. That's our adversary. We need to go out there and beat them.
They're holding the crown. All right, you guys jump in on that. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We'd love to hear from you. The Commissioner Duval has chimed in. The Jags have the opportunity to do 3 things this Sunday. Beat the Texans, beat your division rival, and send your rival to 0-3. It is time, and I like that. I'm with you. All right, so you guys let us know what you're thinking. We got plenty of college ball that we will get into as well. I would like to hear what Gator fans think I don't know if it's the score or what they think can happen down in South Florida against Miami. Basically a 9.5-point dog right now are the Gators. So we'll get into that coming up as well. Florida Home AC Friday. You can hit that text line and give JJ the DJ some good rock and roll vibe for Friday. Get you fired up.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
The guy you don't want to be busy during the game doesn't wear a helmet.
You gotta fix me.
Keep the team doctor on the sideline.
Listen for the Barra and Farah Injury Update. Jacksonville. On 1010XL, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too. Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Pizza to T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks. the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites. Come on, somebody.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
We've all seen the Nike logo on many famous athlete shirts and hats. But what is Nike? The answer next.
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Nike is the goddess of victory. No wonder Scotty Scheffler wears that logo.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
A guest, because he's now in Dallas, normally be in the chair right in the middle of XL Primetime, but he's our head coach. Dave Campo joins us now. And we always have fans that are texting in and saying, hey, we love hearing from all the coaches. How's Coach Campo doing? Coach, how are you doing?
Listen, you guys have me so fired up right now. I actually went down and got a helmet, a Jaguar helmet, and put it on because talking about those Houston Texans, come on, man. This is our hometown. Yeah. It's our home territory. Let's go.
It's the truth, because one of the other ones, Jag dude from Green Cove Springs, says, why are y'all bringing up the past? And so we're talking about the past so we can look forward to the present. And I think that's it, Coach, more than anything else, trying to – I believe there's a huge departure with this new leadership from what was to what can be, and it has me fired up and excited, and I think it has you as well.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, you know, when you talk about the first couple ball games, you know, obviously I feel we should have been 2-0, but that's another story. But at the same time, you just see the passion and the energy and the creativity of those ball games. That gives you an excitement about what can come. And what better time to do it against a team that's had that much success against us? I love Leon, baby. Let me tell you, you know, that's a team we got to beat. Everybody talked about us a couple years ago having to put this team to where they can beat Kansas City. Baloney. We need to beat the Houston Texans, and especially here at home.
You're absolutely right, Coach. Yeah, absolutely. You got to take care of business at home. Coach, this team, I mean, we should be 2-0 right now, but I like the way this team started out fast on both sides of the ball. The play calling has been immaculate.
Yeah, no question about it. I think, my feeling was, first of all, I was excited about how, the play calling that Liam, he has that knack of being able to work the defense. And I think that's really important with the motions and the shifts. Now, he even said, and I agree with him, that they probably had a little bit too much in the second game with, a new staff, a new scheme, a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new players. They probably had a little bit too much leading to the penalties. So if you just dial it back a little bit, but listen, they are doing what they said they were going to do, and that's run the football. And if you run the football, this team is going to have some success offensively, no question about it.
Dave, when you were the fabulous football coach with the Dallas Cowboys, did you ever use the idea of, look, this is our turf, this is our home field, you're not coming here and winning this game, especially if you're a division team? Is that something that you think can get guys on the edge?
Well, first of all, we always used it. We used anything we could for motivation, but more so against the teams that weren't our rivals. We knew we were going to get up, for the Redskins. We knew we were going to be able to do those kind of things, but it's when a team comes in that they don't know a lot about. It becomes the pride, okay? Well, if this team doesn't have pride in the fact that they've lost 7 of the last 8 here at home, that's got to be on them. I'm sure it's mentioned, but I'm saying that locker room better be juiced up a little bit. And obviously every game is different. It doesn't matter what you did last week. It's what you do this week.
Yeah, the build, like we all are describing, we've got our head coach, Dave Campo, hanging out with us for a couple segments as we talk Jaguar ball. You guys can fire off a question, 641-1010 on the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures. But the essence of what has happened, Coach, is that the Houston Texans, they've been really lethargic offensively with their run game. They've made a few plays through the air. C.J. Stroud, not necessarily as accurate as you've seen him before. They're averaging 12 points per game, Coach, and this football team has scored 26 and 27, which is way over what their average was a year ago. So that's going to be a huge opportunity if they can neutralize them and then obviously get on the scoreboard early.
Yeah, there's no question that, our advantage on defense with these guys is going to be that I think we've improved our run defense, and they are not balanced right now. They cannot get the run game going. Now, the caveat to that is they are capable of a big play at any time. So you've got to make sure that you're paying attention to that part of it. But if you stop the run, you've got a great chance against this team. And the other thing is keep Stroud in the pocket. Don't let him get on the perimeter where he can extend plays. And I think one of the struggles they're having right now is some of the same stuff we have a little bit on offense, in that the amount of time the quarterback has worked with their receivers, and they're getting some receivers back, Kirk and Barrios. That helps them, but at the same time, they've been injured. So the time on task in practice has not been there for him, and he's mentioned that. And I think that's similar to us in a way, because we got new guys, the Travis Hunters and De'Ami Brown. Those kind of things hurt you a little bit. I think that's an advantage for us, and I think us knowing, their people gives us a little bit of an advantage.
Now, Coach, their offensive line is suspect at best. What are your expectations of our front four getting after them on Sunday?
Well, they have to. And I think, Matt has always, said, protect the quarterback, affect the quarterback. So both of those situations play every week now. And I think our guys, I'm going to give you one. I think Armstead really helps us in the rush game, to be perfectly honest with you, because he is slippery enough and a big guy that if he gets the pressure inside, that gives our outside guys a chance. And I think Campanile has done a really good job of figuring that out. That we can use even Trayvon Walker. They'll put Gardock on the edge and put Trayvon on the inside a little bit, inside the tight end. And I think that helps him a little bit. So I'm excited about that going forward. I think that their offensive line, like a bunch of them in this league, is a little suspect. I'm hoping we get some pressure on him for sure.
All right, David, base question. I just want your initial gut reaction. Are the Jaguars using Travis Hunter enough on offense?
You know what? I don't think he was in enough this week. But, again, I think that's going to ramp up a little bit. Now, here's the caveat to that, Matt. Parker Washington was probably the best receiver on the field in this last ball game. So I think they have I think they have got do a great job of using guys when they have to use them. For example, in the first game, the defensive backfield was doing so well, they didn't use Hunter much on defense. They used him a little bit more this week, this past week. So I really think that they've got 4 receivers in my mind that put pressure on the defense, and I think you'll see a little bit more Travis Hunter as he gets a little bit more used to the scheme.
Okay, the other part of it, though, Coach, is I believe he's like what Matt's saying is that can they get him involved without trying to force it? At least I think that's what we're witnessing here.
I don't know if it's force it, but I don't think he's touching the ball enough on offense. Okay, is really what I'm saying.
But remember the numbers I gave you guys earlier, and this was I think Nash Henry who put it together and put a graphic up on X and put it out. He's one of the diehard Jaguar fans. But the productivity of Trevor hitting other guys is much better than the numbers that he has with Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. And Coach, 33 yards from Travis Hunter game 1, 22 yards from Travis Hunter game 2, 50, whatever that adds up to be, less than 60 yards ain't a whole hell of a lot for the number 2 overall pick in 2 games.
I also, real quick, Dave, for some reason, I have this bad deja vu with Brian Thomas last year. They waited 11 games to get him double-digit throws his way, double-digit targets. That's kind of my thing is, if you invest it all on this cat to be your rare unicorn, get him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your point. And I think Brian Thomas has brought him on himself, to be perfectly honest with you. I know you heard me say during training camp that I didn't think he was dropping balls that he shouldn't have dropped. And there was some things going on, whatever it is, whether he's a little banged up, a wrist or whatever, I don't know. But there's no question you got to get the ball to your playmakers. Absolutely. I said this on Campo and Joe podcast. I heard one from Nick Saban that really he was telling a story about when he learned about coaching, which is what you're saying. He learned as a high school player. He was a sophomore quarterback on a team that had a chance to go to the playoffs. The last play of the game, they had to score to go to the playoffs. He actually called the plays, not the coach. So the coach called timeout. There's one play left. And he came over, and they called him Nicky. And so the coach said, Nicky, what do you think? And Nicky said, what I think is that you should call the play because I'm not sure what to call. And the coach said to him, I said, well, let me put it this way. You got a halfback that's the fastest back in the conference, and you've got a wide receiver that leads the conference in receptions and yardage. One of those 2 guys have to get the ball on this play. Yeah. And I think that's what you're talking about. When you have the players that you're counting on, you need to get them the ball, but at the same time, you can't force it.
Are they going to be able to throw Brian Thomas Jr. out of a slump? He is on the injury report, so we're going to find out how that goes.
Yeah, again, that's up to the kid, in my opinion. I think they're going to try to, utilize him. He's running a few more route tree things. And, I think, again, I'm hoping that, as Leon said earlier, you want to see improvement week to week. And that's what I'm hoping for this week.
Now, Coach, our offensive line has been stellar in the run game for the most part. Kind of want to see that same thing this upcoming Sunday, right?
No question. And listen, I think they're doing, like I said earlier, exactly what they said they were going to do, Leon. I think they have more physical guys. I think they have guys that the gap scheme really accentuates ETN because ETN hits the hole so fast. When you're coming off of double teams and kickouts and all that, you want to hit the line of scrimmage as fast as you can. It's not like a zone block where you're kind of biding your time until something opens up. So I think what they have out there, I've really been impressed with Hainsey and what he's done at center. So, you know, and let me tell you another thing. I think number 77 has really taken the bite from some of the stuff he got in the off season and during training camp about not playing up to his potential. So again, now the only thing is Cleveland is banged up a little bit. I'm not sure where that's going to go. He didn't practice, I think, one of the days at least. But overall, I think they've come on, and I'm looking forward to that again against this team because they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to neutralize the pass rush. There's no question about it.
All right, so let's stay there. Let's get to the injury report coming up here in just a second with what's going on with Ezra at a minimum, and then Anton Harrison as well, and then what they can do to neutralize that pass rush. We'll do it coming up. Our head coach is on with us, Dave Campo. You can go back and find the Campo and Joe podcast where we broke it down yesterday, and just hang out with us today on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
Frank Frangie here. It's always truck season at Nimnick Chevrolet. Well, this month, you can save up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 0%. Unlike most dealerships, Nimnick Chevrolet has the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. With their extensive selection, you're sure to find your perfect truck at Nimnick. So shop online at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership at Park and Cassett. Who's got more new Chevrolets at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-game Friday. Built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Why does it feel like July in here?
Don't let a broken AC turn not-so-hot September into sweaty season all over again. Duck Rooter is Jacksonville's most trusted plumbing, septic, and air conditioning company. Visit duckduckac.com.
Are you trapped in a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS. ConsumerAccess.org.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Sports fans, this is David Garrard here. And if you're suffering from orthopedic soreness, make an appointment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where everyone is treated like a pro.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
12:35 XL Primetime. Big Leon Searcy getting ready for that Florida-Miami battle. Matty Hayes, check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C, JJ, and our head coach Dave Campo. As we got one more seg with Coach, and let's start with the injury report, and then kind of your idea, your vision, Coach, of them slowing down that pass rush of Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. But I guess the biggest ones, Ezra has now gone 2 days without practicing with the ankle injury. And we know that Chumadoga looked pretty good in relief of Pat McCary. He might be asked to go over to the left guard position and really take the role there if Ezra can't go. That's the biggest injury right now I think Jaguar fans are concerned about.
Yeah, and I'm concerned with that because I think Ezra has played pretty darn good. I think he's ramped it up a little bit from last year. I liked Udoga, though. I really thought Udoga might have started the season with McCary kind of banged up. So I think that's one of the things that they have done in off-season plus is I think they have more depth back there. Milam had limited practice time this week at least for the first time. So, again, I'm not as concerned there as I would have been a year ago. I think Udoga, if he has to play, I think he'll do a good job.
Well, Coach, is next man up. You probably got 8 guys, legitimate guys, that could swing verbally throughout the offensive line and not miss a beat. That's the whole key, is the next man up. Whoever goes down, you're not going to survive the whole season with the starting 5 anyway. So it's good to have your, elite 8 that can actually get things done.
Yeah, no question. And again, the one thing that they talked about from the very beginning of when they first got here, the triumvirate, Gladstone, Cohen, and Baselli, they said we're going to improve the floor of this team right from the beginning, and they're reaching for the ceiling. Well, they improved the floor, in my opinion, in a lot of areas with some of the backup guys that they have here. So I think that that's important that you have that on both sides of the ball, and especially in the trenches.
Dave, they've got 2/3 of the turnovers they had last year, 6 and 9 last year. Is it really just coaching? How is it such a drastic turn like that?
Well, I think sometimes it goes in bunches, but obviously, the new thing, and I'll be honest with you, we tried to work at stripping the football and doing all those kind of things back in the day, but this new punch technique that they're using in the league, to me, is a big time plus for the defense. Punching the ball out, but a lot of it is just effort. If you let me back that up. Yeah. Effort and discipline.
Yeah.
If
Being
you're
in the
where
right
you're
spot.
If you're where you're supposed to be, and you are getting there at full speed, good things will happen, in my opinion. And I think that that's what they've got going right now, to be honest with you.
Does that begin to snowball at some point too, Dave? Like throughout the season?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's something that once you get that mentality that you're going to go in and you're going to do everything you can to get the ball back for your offense, I think that if you've got the right people, that will show up.
Yeah, it's such a great mindset. And when defenses can do that, knowing their offense can produce points, it gets them fired up. It really does. But I do agree, coaching, scheme, and the player matters, okay? Think about this now. Eric Murray and Dewey Wingard, both brand new as starters this year, okay? Dewey was hurt at the beginning of the year. He ended up playing a decent amount down the stretch, but he did not he was not the starter, right or wrong. That's how it went.
Right.
He makes a huge play this past week, made a huge play the week before that the officials took away, and then Coach Eric Murray's been on go. He's made a couple things happen as well, and so that's putting guys in good positions to be successful.
Yeah, and again, that they just released one of the safeties because they feel pretty good about the guys they've got. And I've said this before. Tom McManus made the comment to me back a while back when he said, sometimes you want the very best athletes out there, but sometimes the guys you've got out there are just good enough. Mm-hmm. And I think Dewey is proven, and I think Murray is that kind of guy. They're just good enough. They're smart. They know where to be, and they're in the right spots. Good things happen.
Yeah, Coach, when I'm watching the defense now get after it a little bit with the turnovers and the sacks and everything, it seems to be a renowned energy about it. Yeah, I know at Miami, remember we talked about swarming the football? I mean, this team is getting after it a little bit, and I'm a little excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the keys to this football game, in my opinion. On both sides of the ball. I think it's got to be partly the attitude and the confidence. And I think they've developed a little bit of confidence on defense, and I think that's important going forward.
All right, so now let's get to the question that everyone has at the top of mind is Brian Thomas. What do you do with him? If you're a head coach, what do you do with him? How do you delicately deal with that situation, knowing that players can sometimes, when they're pushed in ways they don't want to be pushed, Dave, it could backfire on you?
Yeah, and that's a really good question. In fact, I just heard an interview today from Pickens, the receiver from Pittsburgh that just went to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And he made the comment that, one of the reasons that he's going to be better here is that they've convinced him that he has to run his routes full speed even when he doesn't get the ball. Sometimes things have to be brought up to guys, even if they're great players, And I think Brian Thomas has to figure out, hey, I'm supposed to be the number one guy, and I'm sure they're talking to him. I don't think that they're ripping him necessarily, but I think he can see, look, and you can see. That comes from the coaching staff and the player.
Yeah, the one thing that he'll see on tape that might get him, Leon, is when he catches the ball. And there was a buddy that used to do the stop short move. You know what I'm talking about? The stop short when you're trying to get your arm around the girl and then you stop short. Well, for what Brian Thomas Jr. was doing, he stopped short before the defender ever got there, went down to the ground. And that's noticeable.
Dave knows that move, by the way. He knows that many times.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, Go ahead, Coach.
I was go ahead, Leon. All I wanted to say was your analogies always hit the mark, Joe.
Well, see, I told you this was going to happen like in April, where not after the draft. I said that you got a Ferrari in the garage, but you choose to drive the Tesla.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I can't, Matt. I can't really answer that question. I think a lot of it is what's inside the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to bring that out somehow.
All right, Big. We appreciate it, Coach. As always, we will get your reaction as the game unfolds. We know that on the XLP thread. He will be right there charged and ready to go. And then we will get with you next week with a little Campo and Joe podcast and a visit on Friday.
And we're coming for you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You might be at the top of the standings. We are coming for you.
No.
Oh, listen.
Matt's throwing himself in there. We.
You got that right. 4-2. That ain't bad.
Hey, I gave Leon the NFL, and that wasn't National Football League. That was not for long. So.
Beautiful. All right, play him, JJ, just so we can hear his own words one more time.
I am the crowd.
All right, thank you, Coach. We appreciate it.
Have a great day, guys. I always enjoy you.
All right,
Coach.
Yeah, bro.
We love it. So we've got his picks. We will do Protect the Crown coming up at 1 o'clock with our Corona Cat and a chance for you to get in on some great Corona prizage along with Sonny's set up your beautiful tailgate for a Jaguar game. So we'll be giving you a chance to get in on the picks coming up in just a little bit. Florida home AC Friday. Keep it coming with rock and roll suggestions. Put JJ the DJ to work.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. 1010XL brings you the orange and blue.
Touchdown, Gators!
Can the Gators tame the Hurricanes and turn the tables in Coral Gables?
Got a hole, and there he goes!
Kickoff at 7:30 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 19th, 2000, Ken Griffey Jr. pinch hits his 400th home run, becoming the first major league player to reach the mark as a pinch hitter.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Enjoy barbecue, live music, and auctions at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida's 4th annual Sizzlin' Soiree, presented by Dunkin' Donuts, October 2nd at the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine. Get tickets at bgcnf.org.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Get down to the bank Sunday, September 21st, as your Jaguars face off with division rivals, the Houston Texans. Celebrate Hispanic heritage and witness history as the Jaguars take the field for the first time this season in the legendary Prowler throwback jerseys. Lock in your seats now for a 1 p.m. kick by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at Everbank Stadium.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 6th.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right. We sort of expected this, but for all you fantasy owners out there, this is important news. Jaden Daniels will not start week 3. He will be out with a knee injury. That means Marcus Mariota will start for the Raiders.
It's for the Commanders against,
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah. And so,
if you don't know who he plays for, folks, you're probably not an avid listener to this station.
Yeah. So
I didn't even know Marcus Mariota was still in the league.
Yeah. And
congrats to him.
He's one of those. Can you imagine going from being the number 2 overall pick to basically a hanger-oner as a backup? And he's making good money.
Jameis, too.
Yeah, both the number 1 and number 2 picks.
So I told you that's the best job in the NFL to have, bro, is backup quarterback money.
Maybe in America.
Yeah.
It might be, yeah.
And he started a fair amount. They did everything they could up there in the Nash to make him that guy. And obviously he's well-traveled. But now he'll be up there in Washington.
Did he win Heisman? I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Okay, he did. Marcus Mariota won Heisman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Jameis, I think, had won it the year before, and then he won it that year.
That's right. Okay.
And they went 1 and 2. All right, so real quick, let's just stay on the Jags until we get into the 1 o'clock hour. We got our picks coming up. Ryan O'Halloran will join us a little bit later on. But I just want to throw a few numbers at you guys, okay? When you think about what they've done as far as the fact that they're not scoring a whole lot of points right now, and defensively, we know that they have held the other teams down. They haven't allowed more than 20 points. And it was Baker Mayfield and the Bucs that had to go down the field to score that 20th point to beat them. But they're only averaging 12 yards per game. They held Baker, let's see here, to about less than 6 yards per attempt. So the ball's got to come out pretty fast. Trevor was only sacked once this last game. Even though he had those 2 big hits, he was sacked the one time late. He was knocked when the ball was picked off with the attempt to get to Travis Hunter. So he threw it 42 times or dropped back 42 times, and they only got to him one time where he went to the ground. So that's got to continue too.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, especially when you're on the road in a hostile environment with the silent count and all that kind of stuff, only give up 1 sack. And Tampa Bay, they struggled. I think they gave up 4 sacks to the Houston Texans in that game.
Yeah.
Because they're on the road. You get on the road with the turf and the silent, all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit more difficult. And you got your center playing left tackle. Okay, so they had a mix and match.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, had a mix and match their offensive line. So, I mean, what our offensive line did last week as far as pass protecting was pretty impressive, for having Trey Hendrickson and all that kind of stuff. So it's got to continue this week.
Yeah. I think it's on the surface of what you're talking about. I agree that the line is playing very well, but I think if your quarterback's throwing the ball 42 times, and I don't know the percentages in the NFL, if your quarterback's throwing 42 times in the NFL, you're more than likely losing that game. And I think that they need, and I don't think there's any question. I think if they look back in this game tape, they're thinking we didn't run the ball enough because they were running with success.
Yeah.
So I think when you start chucking it around the park 40 plus times, especially when you're on the road, especially when you need to shorten the game, especially when you feel like your offensive tackles are having problems with at least one of their guys getting to your quarterback.
Right.
You got to slow the game a little bit. You got to run the ball more. And I bet if you ask Liam Cohen right now, he'd say, yeah, we probably missed on that.
And he does. Look, he's already brought the run game to another level compared to what it was. They use it more. It's more productive. They certainly think about this, though, with the 42 pass attempts. They threw 3 touchdowns. A couple of them were swing passes to running back. So that actually was part, you could call that part of your running game. Not going to say that he wouldn't agree with you that he needed to run a little bit more. But these guys, they're throwing it all over the lot all the time. As long as you have that balance. The thing was, though, he was pretty solid. I'm looking to see if he was 4 of 4 on third downs when they initially started. And then in the second half, that number went way down in terms of converting third downs. That obviously is something they're going to address.
Yeah. I mean, with any game, when there's a loss, there's concerns and stuff that you could have did better. We're talking about all the things that they did so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this the penalties, all that kind of stuff, shrinking the offense a little bit now, so you ain't got so many moving parts and stuff like that.
Yeah. How about we play that one?
So real quick.
Yeah.
31% of NFL games are won when a quarterback throws 40 or more passes.
So basically
31.
1 of 3. Okay. And so, yeah, it's so funny. Some of them can do it to excess and never, ever suffer because the defense can't stop them. But, yeah, I think he probably would agree with you. Real quick, the soundbite from Liam Cohen, JJ, on the idea of simplifying this offense a little bit because of those penalties that Leon just mentioned, the illegal shifts and so on?
I think we kind of helped them out in some ways, schematically a little bit, just trying to tighten it up for them. There was some things last week that we were trying to do in order to undress the defense that ultimately in some ways was really good and allowed us to get some explosives, and in some ways was hurtful. So that's the fine line and balance that we're trying to find as coaches, especially early on with this team. So I think we probably did a better job this week of just understanding, okay, we obviously struggled with it a little bit, and how do we help them in terms of taking some of that off of them.
Yeah, it is a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind you limiting your arsenal,
mm-hmm.
but getting your playbook. All right, you don't want to create any kind of limitations that are going to keep you from scoring points.
Yeah.
So just get in your playbook.
Yeah, be sharper, get out of the hole faster.
Yeah, that part right.
And the other thing, and this goes back to what Matt was saying, is that maybe one of the reasons why they had to throw it a bunch is because of the penalties, the illegal shift. Mm-hmm. It took them out of that run opportunity, and therefore they had the down and distance. They had to throw the ball.
Well, bro, we forecasted the week before that we were getting away with it with Carolina. First and 20, second and 20. It bit us in you-know-what in this game.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you something else real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor's 3-13 in his career when he throws 40 or more passes.
Oh, yeah. See, and this the average, remember for a long time, his average touchdown per game was like 1.15. So he was there slinging it all over the place, but didn't get anything out of it. The other guy threw it over 40 times, too. And they won.
The other guy's rare.
Oh, I know. You gave us the number. I'm just saying the other guy did throw it 40 times also, because there were a total of almost 60 points scored in the ball game, 58 points. So the idea, is keep that run game going, because that's going to help
run
him.
The ball.
It's going to help him. It's going to help the defense. If you got the scoreboard on your side, it's going to help your pass rush, all that stuff.
It's going to dictate the tempo of the game on the road, which is the key to winning on the road in the NFL.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Make them play your game.
Yeah, we've seen in 2 short weeks. Let's not forget, as we're sitting here getting on them for that, they are leading the league in running the football.
Yeah.
So they are going to keep doing it. All right, XL Primetime into the 1 o'clock hour. It's time to protect the crown. You guys stick around, and we'll give you a chance to get in our tailgate giveaway with Corona and Sonny's. That's coming up.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. A super defense is like a superior fence. They both protect what you value.
Pass rush, linebacker, secondary.
After the game, Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game on 1010XL.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC expert, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air. Keeping you comfortable in every season.
Put the ball in the net with 60 minutes of soccer talk. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
I'm Chris Campo. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campo Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campo Law for a free consultation today. Campo Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampionLaw.com.
Campion Law.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
No more climbing ladders or tree shopping or untangling lights. Nope, Kuhn Flowers will take care of all of it for you this fall when you schedule their holiday home decorating team. This is Frank Frangie with 1010XL, and now's a good time to call on Kuhn Flowers. They'll do it all this fall.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Rebound Rehabilitation. 11 great locations across the First Coast, and they're just a click away when it comes to feeling strong and healthy again. If you need the best path to recovery, look no further than Rebound Rehab. Log on and check out one of their great 11 locations.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Kuhn Flowers. News coming out of the NFL circles. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels will miss Sunday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders because of an injured left knee. For a third consecutive day, he was unable to practice fully, and Coach Dan Quinn has said the reigning NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year will not play this week. Marcus Mariota will replace Daniels in the lineup, making his first start since 2022 with the Atlanta Falcons. Right now, 88 degrees at 101. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. How about a six-pack of picks on XL Primetime? It's time to protect the crown. Capped by Corona, La Playa awaits.
Here we go. We got big games, National Football League and the college football world with Corona and the Corona Cat. Both he and Coach Campo will make picks along with the four of us. And then we will invite one listener to see if they can challenge the crown and make the picks as well. And you've got a chance to get in on a monthly giveaway with a Corona tailgate setup, which is just beautiful. We're talking tent, cooler, chairs, football, all that Corona action will be at your tailgate. And then Sonny's, you can set up a great tailgate with a Sonny's gift card as well to order up all that delicious barbecue. All right, JJ, you're going to roll through our picks and then we'll reel off with the
Yeah, we have a new first place.
Yeah, let's give the standing.
I mean, Leon last week. 6-0 against the spread, Leon. Woo! Congratulations.
The champ is here.
By the way, the callers the callers have never done worse than 4-2 this entire season. So congrats to you guys. All right, so Leon is 13-5 right now. Coach Campo 12-6. Our Corona guy Matt 12-6 as well. Me and Joe tied at 11-7, and Matt, who went 4-2 last week, working his way back, he is 7-11 against the spread. The only one under 500.
Yeah, I still
Matt
said
Hayes.
That's admirable, bro.
I'm ready to rock this
I did say, as soon as I heard that record, I'm like, I am concerned. Okay.
Did you just say that's admirable? Is that what you said?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good pat on the back.
That's a long season, bro.
I'm feeling like Matt's going 6-0 today.
I'm showing love, and you took offense to it.
Yeah, that was
love,
that was
man.
sarcasm.
Sensitivity training.
Compliment.
I don't watch Seinfeld. I don't understand the sarcasm.
No sarcasm.
Okay. By the way, you did get Seinfelded earlier in the show with the stop short. That was a Frank Costanza thing. I know. Okay. So we're going to start out with Leon in the NFL. Some juicy ones this weekend. We got Rams at Eagles. The Eagles at home, 3-point favorites.
Rams at Eagles. I'm going to go with Matty Ice. Go with the Rams.
I want to go that direction as well. But as long as the officials keep allowing the tush push and all the cheating that's going on.
Well, they're
with
not actually. They actually sent emails to all 32 teams stating that at least twice the Eagles should have been called for illegal procedure.
Yeah, they 100% are cheating. And finally, everyone else is figuring it out. And now the officials have to answer to it because of all that movement up front. And by the way, Dallas stopped them on the first play at the goal line, and then they went right back and did it again. It's an unstoppable play, especially when you're starting.
Cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Starting before. All right, so 3 points. I get burned every time I go against the Eagles. I'm going to do it. I'll take the points.
Yeah, I feel the same way. All of my picks, I feel like I'm going to go 0-6, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah.
I think the Rams win straight up this week.
You know what's funny was if you get a couple procedure calls in those situations, you go from 3rd and short or 4th and short to a difficult spot in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, with a quarterback who can't throw over 10 yards.
So it's that's a big deal if they start calling that. A big deal.
Yes.
All that being said, I'm taking the Eagles at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't changed the rule yet. You might as well. All right, next one. Broncos at Chargers. The Chargers at home, 2.5-point favorites against the Broncos.
I really like the Chargers.
That's a weird line, man.
Chargers have been great this year. 2-0 against the spread so far.
Broncos got a solid D.
They do. But they gave up 29 to the Colts, bro.
What happened to that solid D?
I don't know. I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Plus 2.5 for the Broncos. You're laying those points. You're taking the LA Chargers at home. You're talking about Jimmy Harbaugh and Justin Herbert starting out undefeated through 3 games. I'm going to lay the points.
Yeah, me as well. I like the Chargers.
I want to make it 4 and take the Chargers. What's Campo doing in that game?
We're going to rattle them off.
Yeah, I'll rattle them off, but Campo's taking the Chargers as well. Talking to the mic, Matt, please. Please.
Sponik's struggling a little bit.
But he's still all over the place. You see that? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, last one. Lions at Ravens. This is Sunday night. The Ravens at home, 4.5-point favorites. Leon.
El Boogie.
That's all you need to say.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, it really is. And the Lions got a get-right game, but guess who it was against? The Bears, which is not necessarily as good as the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens keep people in games, let people back in games. Just look at what they did against Buffalo. That's a lot of points. I'm going to take Honolulu Blue.
How many points is it again, JJ? Let me speak into the. How many points is it again, JJ?
It's 4.5, and I am taking the Lions as well.
Is that good enough now?
It is, yeah, because it is an audio medium that
yes,
we're in.
It is.
Along with the YouTubers, they appreciate it.
Which we got mad. Our boss got mad at me the other day because we had Leon reenacting his being an offensive lineman, and you guys didn't narrate what was happening, so it's just on the radio. It sounded absolutely terrible.
We were like infatuated watching him do it.
Yeah. So who are you taking, Matt?
That's a lot of points. And not only that, I'm kind of iffy on the Ravens defense anyway. I'm going to take the blue in the 4.5. Yeah.
All right. Now let's go to college. I mean, I'll leave the best for last.
Yeah.
But we'll start out Auburn at OU. Oklahoma at home with John Mateer, 7.5-point favorites against War Eagle. Leon.
I'm going to take the Heisman favorite. I'm taking Oklahoma.
It's hard not to go with Oklahoma because that defense is set and ready, and Mateer is definitely a fun player to watch. 7.5 is a big number. Jackson Arnold's going back to Norman, Oklahoma. They've got a good defense and a pretty dang good run game as well.
Oh, Auburn's run game is great.
Yeah, really good. I'm just going to go ahead and take the points.
Interesting.
All right, I'm going to take Oklahoma, but I hate that half point. Matt?
I do too. You guys are all now starting to... You guys laughed at me when I said Oklahoma was going to win the SEC. And now you're all starting to get on that bandwagon.
Listen, you can pat your back all
sprain
you
your
want.
wrist
Early days.
With the hey, don't forget the ones you get wrong versus the ones you get right.
And don't forget George is out there.
Yeah, in Oklahoma,
George is out there.
Yeah, Oklahoma's just right now getting getting back in the conversation. Come on.
I don't like that. I don't like that hook either. That hook is dangerous. I'm gonna stick with the Sooners though.
All right. Next, I love this game. Michigan at Nebraska. You know that crowd is going to be absolutely insane in Lincoln.
Yeah.
But they are underdogs at home. Michigan is a 1.5-point favorite on the road. Leon, who you got?
See, this is old school here. Nebraska, Michigan. Love it. I'm going with the Cornhuskers.
Oh, I see 1010 Ozzy, a diehard Michigan fan.
Yeah, he walked in right at that time just so he could see who's picking against Michigan.
All right, you went with?
I'm going with the Cornhuskers.
Okay, I am with you, my brother.
Yeah, me too. I like Nebraska to win at home.
All you guys?
The fighting Dylan Rayolas. We just got Bud Adams by Ozzy as he walked out of the studio with a double finger.
I don't feel strongly about it.
I'm going to take Wink Martindale in that Michigan defense.
Okay.
Because Dylan Raiola, we have yet to see him in a game where he's getting pressured and the defense is better than the offense. I've yet to see him raise his game.
Well, it was a mollywop of a game with Oklahoma and Michigan. They knocked heads, and so Nebraska better be ready for that.
Yeah, I'm going to take. How many points am I giving up?
1.5. So it's basically a pick.
I'll
really.
definitely do that. I'll take the Wolverines.
Okay.
All right. And certainly last but not least, Florida travels down to Miami Gardens. Game day will be there. I think Kirk Herbstreit and Fowler on the call.
Is the dog going to be there?
Unfortunately, probably yes.
All right, go ahead.
Miami at home. 7.5-point favorites against the Florida Gators.
He
Leon.
says it like it's huge. It's a big number.
He's so worried about this game.
Yeah, he is.
I am. I'm worried about what happens if we lose.
Ain't gonna be no.
It just will be a hellish place to work and live.
If the Canes lose, I mean, Joe will never let you in.
And every single person I know
Only
is a
because
Gator fan.
you've been screaming 41-17 for the last 364 days.
Yes, exactly.
JJ, don't let them get the funk in your head, bro. We're gonna win the game outright. Canes, baby.
Laying the points.
Laying the points. Canes can cover.
All right.
Do you have a score prediction, Leon?
Yes, 30-13.
Wow. God, I would
I'll
love
take
that.
those 17 points you want to give them to me for a lunch bet.
All day.
17, you're going to give Matt 17
I'm gonna give it. Yeah, we're gonna go 30-13.
Okay, I want that.
That's fine.
Definitely want that.
I do love this.
All right, Joe.
I am taking those points.
Yeah. See, you guys were talking crap this whole week, and you do the exact same thing I'm about to do.
Again, this is Bizarro Joe at work.
Okay,
now,
I'm taking
This
UF.
is 100% Bizarro Joe.
I'm taking UF.
You are not taking Florida. Stop it.
To cover, but not to win. I like Miami 27-20. I told you that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be low scoring.
Because if you think
27-20 is pretty
this is
low
what I'm trying to figure out, honestly. If the DJ5 barely led to 10 points from LSU, okay? The DJ5, he surrendered it 5 times, and the LSU offense was not able to do a whole lot. Miami's offense is a little different, and so we'll see how
They
it
run
goes.
the ball a lot better than LSU.
Yeah.
All right,
so
you know what? South Florida thought that same thing too, and I said we're not Florida. Yeah,
I understand all that, but
All right,
I'm taking those 17 from Leon. I can tell you that right
Well,
now.
yeah.
And I'm not taking those 7. I think Miami wins. It'll be like 20-9. I think they could.
9?
Yeah, because they...
Bro.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you right now, I don't think Florida scores.
This is a rivalry, man. Throw out what happened last week.
Florida LSU.
All right, you ready for this?
All right, we got to do Campo and Corona's picks real quick.
All right, so Matt the Corona Cat is so fired up, and he's just like, he's approaching on Coach Campo level of seriousness when it comes to
right.
Okay, because he ain't playing, all right? He's got the crown in his mind, and he ain't giving it up either. So Matt the Corona
That's
Cat.
not true. He doesn't have the crown.
I
am the crown.
Right.
Not yet.
There's only one crown.
Yeah, but remember, Matt brought in the Corona Crown goodies last week.
He literally is the Corona Crown guy.
He actually does have. So the Corona Cat is going to go, let's see here, Eagles -3. He is taking the Broncos and catching those points.
Wow.
He's laying 4.5 and taking the Ravens. The Corona Cat in the college game is laying the points and taking Boomer Sooner. He is laying the points and taking the Canes and laying the points and taking Michigan. So he's going chalk on 5 out of 6.
He's right there with me on most of them.
And
Coach
I have our Coach Campo's picks. He's taking Auburn, Miami. Of course, he's taking Miami. He loves his Canes.
He's taking Auburn?
He is. He's taking Auburn, Miami, and Michigan. And then in the NFL, he's taking the Lions, the Rams, and the Chargers.
Okay. All right, so our picks are in.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Our picks are in, and we have got a Corona tailgate package that we will give out one per month along with that Sonny's gift card. And right now, JJ, you take the caller that you select. You dial 641-1010. If he picks up the phone, it's your turn to see if you can beat us and the Corona Cat. If you run the table, you get triple entry into the contest. If you beat the Corona Cat, you double your chances to win. Do that. 641-1010 on XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. He has ways of getting information from the competition.
That's the trouble with the world today. No one takes the time to do a really sinister interrogation anymore.
His car line takes you behind enemy lines.
It's a lost art.
Activated by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
We're a veteran and still 100% locally owned and operated HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, and general contracting company. Ideal Conditions has been BBB accredited with an A+ rating since 2008 with 4.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Google.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dogs in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dogs Restaurant in Orange Park.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Joe C for Hard Rock Bet football season is here. You've been waiting a long time, and now you can get in on the action. The NFL season underway. College football already a couple of weeks in. Log on to hardrock.bet. A $5 winning bet. You'll score an extra $150 in bonus bets. That's a winning bet and a boosted bankroll. That's how you kick off the season. All at Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. You're on-road, you're off-road, now you're on the water. Greg, tell everybody what Coach and Honda is offering in the form of boats.
We've got the Honda boat, which is a great runabout fisherman. We've got the Coach boats. They're fantastic for getting out with a family. Nice lay-down beds, all with that legendary Honda motor on them.
Check them all out. They're waiting for you. You can see how you can be on the water with Honda or with Coach Pontoon Boats. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
All right, we'd like to talk to the columnist weekly right here on XLP. He is Ryan O'Halloran from the Florida Times Union as we talk Jaguars and beyond. Ryan O, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Good to talk to you guys again today.
We're looking forward to this game, man, and it's a big one in a lot of people's minds. And you set it up from your perch with the Florida Times Union. How big is it to go into the bank and score a victory over Houston Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first. They're all critical, but this one especially has an asterisk next to it because you can put Houston 0-3. That means I think that finishes them for the season. You could be a tie for first place by the end of the day if Tennessee upsets Indianapolis and go 2-1. But also you look at the schedule. That's San Francisco. Then you got the Kansas City, Seattle, Rams. So you're going to be punching up in class pretty quickly. So take care of business against an offense right now in Houston that's totally broken.
Now, Ryan, how important is it that this new coaching staff created an adversary? I know when I was here in Jacksonville, Tom Coughlin did an outstanding job making the Pittsburgh Steelers the wanted guys on the list. So this team is not beating the Texans at home 7 out of 8 times. It's important that they get this win on Sunday.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of the rosters turned over from last year. But I think it's about setting the tone, saying, "Hey, we as Jaguars are not going to be pushovers in this division." And I think the Jaguars have a better roster, but go out and prove it.
Ryan, were you surprised by the way they kind of gave up on the run last week, and do you expect them to kind of circle back on that and make it more of a focus this week?
Yeah, I think they got to get back to that. And a couple of those third and shorts where I thought the Jaguars got a little too cute. I mean, you have Tootin as a third down back who can run into the pile and move the pile for 3 yards. Well, there's your first down. So I thought there were a couple of questionable play calls on that end. But Tootin had a red non-contact jersey on again today, so we'll see what his status is for Sunday. But the Quinn Allen's done some good things as well. So if you go in with ETN, Quinn Allen, you should still feel pretty good. I think they just got to pound it, control the clock. Don't let the Texans offense even think they can get into a rhythm.
We're talking with Ryan O'Halloran. You can find him at Jacksonville.com, the Florida Times Union, and, of course, on X. So let's hit that injury report because you're there. And when you take a look at a Bashal Tootin shoulder injury, the Brian Thomas wrist, the Ezra Cleveland ankle, on and on, which kind of give us an idea of how many you think will be healthy and play?
Yeah, I think Ezra Cleveland, he had a helmet today, and so I think he's going to be good to go at left guard. Brian Thomas Jr. told us about 5 minutes ago with that wrist injury, he's going to be good to go. He feels great, so I think that's notable. With Tootin and Jones both having those red non-contacts on, to me that puts their status in doubt. But with Buster Brown being available, maybe he takes that roster spot on the active from Jones, give him another week. So, we'll see the statuses later. But I think the big news is, they downgraded Thomas from full to limited yesterday. We'll see what they say later today. But he was in good spirits, and he anticipates he's going to play.
Hey, Ryan, his wrist, was it his riding or non-riding wrist?
Well, hopefully it's the one they say, catch the football.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
All right.
They catch the football. I mean, but real quick on Brian Thomas, I think this is a big game for him. I mean, that was a bad game and a bad look last week in Cincinnati, and and guys noticed that. And so, Trevor Lawrence says, "Hey, it's only week 2." Well, it's week 3 now, and it's time to start. Hey, you're a first-round guy who was a top 5 receiver in yardage last year. Start showing it.
All right, so, I completely agree about that. Let's switch to the other receiver right now. We talked about this earlier in the program. Are they using Travis Hunter enough on offense, Ryan, to at the very least, to get their value out of what they traded to get him?
Yeah, that I wrote about today, Matt. It's always going to be sort of a proof of concept this year. is, okay, is it 20% this, 80% this? I think he should be playing 100% on defense because I think he has potential right now to be the best corner. Tyson Campbell now is almost 2 years since his last interception. That's an incredible fact.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would start playing Hunter, maybe 20% offense, 85% on defense, which is usually the nickel anyways. Get him around the football on defense, get him comfortable because offense is tougher to learn. You need practice time on offense. This is a guy who can go out there and cover guys with very little reps. So I go back and forth on that, Matt. I would play more on defense right now than I would on offense because if you get Thomas back going, then you have Thomas, you have an improving Washington, Brown, Strange. You have weapons on that side.
So staying there in the secondary, we're talking with Ryan O'Hallard of the Florida Times Union, and I've been on Campbell as well. I thought he had a great camp, thought he was going to be a little bit better in terms of the 50-50 ball because I've been preaching that same thing, Ryan. He has not had an interception since the contract. He's got one over a 2-season stretch. So go back to the game where T. Higgins just absolutely worked him. And then later on, it looked like he walked up to the line of scrimmage and at least tried to become a little more physical. Is that the key? Because he needs to do that.
Well, it's like if you're gonna play press coverage, you play press coverage to get a jam at the line. On that 42-yard touchdown by Higgins, T puts a outside step in and totally jukes him. He knew what the call was. He knew he only had single high because they rushed 6. So if you're going to play press and you know what know where your help is, you got to jam up the line. You got to reroute him a little bit. That if he does get an advantage later in the route, Wingard has time to get over.
Yeah.
I mean that was a difference-making play, and you're paid like that as a corner. You got to make that play.
You know what, Ryan? Everybody's talking about this front four of the Houston Texans and how they get after the quarterback. I think that the neutralizer to any rush team is to run the football. I think if this Jaguars team lines up and goes toe-to-toe with them and has run the ball effectively the last 2 weeks, I think that's the best way to neutralize any kind of pass rush.
Oh, I think so too. And I think this line has been great as a run blocking unit through 2 games. And that was a question going in because they didn't play a lot together in camp because of injuries and they're trying to figure stuff out. But I would prioritize the run game, and then I'd mix in that screen because if you're those 2 edge guys, when you see Lawrence dropping back, you're going to probably be a little undisciplined trying to get up the field. Well, give it to your running backs. You saw how well that worked last week. So I think this game sets up. And the other thing is Houston. I mean, that was a hard-hitting game Monday night against Tampa. They've had one less day of work, and they're going to have to travel. So I think the Jaguars, if they're the most physical team, they will win. I'm picking them to win 24-20.
So this is kind of under the radar, but I saw this and it kind of stood out to me. Devon Hamilton played 21 snaps in that game.
24 the week before.
24 the week before. Number one, is he hurt? Or number 2, is he just not playing that well?
It's the second one, and Mason Smith went from inactive to 18 snaps on defensive tackle. And they clearly wanted to send Mason a message in week 1 saying you weren't good enough when you came back from injury. You're going to have to practice well to get a jersey. Well, it turns out he did, and he noticed them in the game. With Devon Hamilton, he's not going to give you a lot. In the pass rush, but so that's going to limit his time. But hey, it doesn't matter what your status is in terms of where you're drafted, what your contract's paying you with this regime. If you're not playing well, you're not going to play.
Yeah, I love that part of it. So let's just at least get to the one bigger piece of news this past week, saying goodbye to Darnell Savage, and basically when you add it all up, Ryan, from them walking in the door, the Jimmy Gladstones, the Liam Cohens, the Tony Pacelli's taking the EVP role. Look at how many guys have been dispatched. What did you think of that move?
I mean, I was a little surprised because he played 40 snaps on defense. They had leaned on that dime package so much. They obviously could not find a taker on the trade front, and his base salary was around 2.5. So if you're a team and had interest, you're just going to wait for him to get cut. But it shows you that, hey, they have confidence in Antonio Johnson to play that role. And also, if you are not on board, you're going to be thrown overboard. And that's what they did with Bigsby via trade, and that's what they did with Savage. He may not be the last guy.
It's a good way to look at it.
Hey Ryan, why was Brenton Strange not featured more last week?
That was a surprising one, especially after his big week 1. I mean, I thought Cincinnati did a nice job in sort of sticking to him, and a couple of the targets, he was very tightly covered. So I think you got to start working him in the middle of the field more. Use his athleticism on some of those crossers, and get him involved early.
All right, Ryan, we can look forward to this one, see how they do, and you can chase them to Jacksonville.com or the Florida Times-Union. What you got coming up over the weekend?
For tomorrow, I actually lead with Carson Beck, who's going to get a third win over the Gators tomorrow night in his career.
That was very matter of fact.
Well, yeah, and and this will be their first 1-3 start since '86 when they were on probation, and then just a couple other Jaguar things, and we'll all be there on Sunday.
All right, sounds good. We appreciate it. Rah, 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 Ryan O'Halloran. Thank you, buddy.
All right, take care, fellas.
All right, so Carson Beck, he's got him getting a dub down there in SoFlo.
I mean, I don't like
1-3 for the first time since
I don't like
1986.
everyone's talking.
Yeah,
that's not
very
good.
confident.
That is not good.
All right, let's keep it going. XL Primetime on a Florida Home AC Friday. Rock and roll suggestions, welcome on the text line. You can crank up some good rock and roll, put you in a good mood with JJ, the DJ. All you got to do is hit 641-1010. The text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
The Bulldogs show their bite as they fight the Oak Leaf Knights. Friday at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Fall is here, and so is Prize Picks. You know what that means. It's time to play and win with America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 10 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Will Travis Etienne have more or less than 79.5 rushing yards? Will CJ Stroud have more or less than 225.5 passing yards? It's just that simple. But here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks invented Flex Play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly when you play 5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sunny's here.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barry here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barry Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarryOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barry Orthopedics.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family-owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top-quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
This is Greg Huntington, aka The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Remember Liam Neeson, he has like a certain set of skills. JJ the DJ, he's got a certain set of skills. Got him a vast playlist. He can dig into it. Some of them that the B-side of some of the good rock and roll hits, but primarily he's an A-list player. So if you've got some good rock and roll to finish strong, XLP today, we'd love it. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We have been talking Jaguar ball. We need to get into a little college before we are done. We talked about the big ball games, but we definitely have to hit a few of those. But right now, if you don't mind firing up the ukulele, let's just do this right now. Perfecto! Well, let's see if we can get a perfecto out of one of you guys. Let's go from the Atlantic to the Pacifico with a delicious Mexican lager. Pacifico, order it by name. I was talking to one of my dudes the other day, and he said more and more taps with Pacifico available. So make sure you ask for one when you head out or pick some up. Imported by surfers and found in Baja. All right, Jamar Chase. Ever heard of him? Had himself a game.
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
Bengals. LSU.
Yeah. Had himself, correct, perfecto. Had himself a game as usual. He was the Triple Crown winner a season ago, so this is not a shock. But he now has 6 career games, 2 of them coming against Duval. 6 career games with at least 10 receptions, 150 receiving yards, and a touchdown reception. All right, you got me? 10 catches, 150 plus, and a touchdown reception.
Were both those games that were against Jacksonville with the backup quarterback?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it started with Jake here on that Monday night. And if you go back and look at the numbers, he was a one-man wrecking machine against that secondary.
Just throw it.
He torched them.
That's the funk.
He took over.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know if he got over 150 that game, so I need to check that. But anyway, as far as history books go, 10 receptions, 150 receiving yards, and a touchdown reception. He has done that now 6 times. He moves past one other cat for the most such games by a player under the age of 26.
Randy Moss.
Okay. Under the age of 26 in NFL history, he just moved past, and your guess is Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Okay.
That's a hell of a guess. I just want it to be known that the Jaguars got 3 interceptions off Jake Browning last weekend and lost.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going back to this question now. Randy Moss is a great answer, and I'm going to go with Randy Moss too.
I'm going to go with Calvin Johnson.
Okay, Calvin Johnson. All right, I'm just going to tell all y'all because I didn't know which way JJ was going to go. Y'all can keep guessing.
Is it Justin Jefferson?
Nope.
That
Under
would be crazy.
26. This is now.
Fitzgerald.
Nope.
Jerry Rice.
Nope. But he is wearing a gold jacket.
He is.
No.
Andre Johnson.
Nope.
Terrell Owens.
Nope.
Jeez.
All right, here we go.
What
Marvin
era
Harrison.
are we talking?
Marvin
Is it going to be like an old schooler?
Oh,
No, but it's
Marvin Harrison.
It's kind of in that timeline that Leon just guessed, but note him off. All right, 6 games, 10 receptions, at least 150 receiving yards and a touchdown. He passes this Hall of Famer who has 5 games under the age of 26. So he's the best in NFL history, and he just passed Isaac Bruce.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
so
interesting.
Isaac Bruce was dealing too.
I
now.
was just going to say that, but that would have been like my fifth guess.
Yeah.
So I'm not too proud of it.
Would have been
but-
hackerish.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
I was going to say that.
Those Rams teams just put up hella numbers.
Oh,
man.
that was the greatest show on turf, and boy, did they deliver. There's no doubt about that. They were good. All right, so now let's slide into a little college football just to kind of get a feel for what we are looking at. We've all kind of chimed in on Florida and Miami, and I know Gator fans, we were asking this earlier, what is it going to take? Obviously, you need to figure out a way to score some points, and the fact that your defense is keeping you in these ball games, but you're losing them. You're 1-2. The only team that you shut out was named Long Island University.
That doesn't even count. You've scored 16 points and 10 points.
It really doesn't. But since then, okay, they scored 55 in that game. They haven't gone over 18 since. Okay, add that up. They haven't gone over 16 since.
Yeah, 16 and 10, right?
So they lost 18-16 and they lost 20-10. So this team needs to figure out
JJ's worried about this team.
They need to figure out how to generate some is it the run game? Well, it should be. Is that offensive line going to be able to perform well? Going up against Reuben Bain and company. I'm looking at the list of what Reuben Bain's been able to do to this point. Pretty dang impressive what he's been able to log stat-wise. So how are they going to manufacture those points? Where is it going to come from? Ultimately, they've got to count on that run game, Leon. And you guys are pretty sturdy against the run right now. But
Yeah,
they
we
have
are.
to
We're
fashion
getting
some
after
plays.
it pretty good. We're going to try to make them one-dimensional. We're going to put I'm thinking Mario and that coaching staff, they're going to try to put listen, after you throw 5 interceptions, you want to put the game in DJ Lagway's hands.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stop them right. They got a profound offensive line that runs the ball. We got to take that away. You take that away, and you make it get them in situations where it's 3rd and long, and then it's time to feed the beast.
Yeah.
That's when Bain and them do that at their best in those 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations. Crowd noise. For all those years, you tampered with me and toyed with me about not selling out. Sold out, baby. Sold
out because there's probably
well, there's a lot of
15,000
Gators heading
Florida
down
fans there. That's why.
Oh, stop it.
There are a lot of Gators that'll be heading.
Yeah, we're giving nosebleed tickets. Yeah.
How many fans were there at the USF game? How many fans at the USF game?
It was a good crowd, actually.
It was a good crowd, yeah. I think it was like maybe 55.
You might be stretching that, though.
No, come on. So you didn't even watch that game, first of all, and they were there after the hour and plus rain delay. Listen, Miami's had good crowds this year. I'm not going to be the guy who is going to act like they have the best show-up fan base on Saturday, but this year, we know that you have to win for Miami fans to show up, and they've been winning.
So here's what's going to happen.
There'll be some South Florida Gators down there.
Here's what's
There'll be
going to
tons
happen.
of Gators.
The Miami defense isn't as good as the LSU defense. I'm telling you right now, it's not. The LSU defense might be the best defense in the country. So Florida.
Okay, but let's also list who they've played. Okay, LSU looks great against a Cade Klubnik offense that couldn't get going because he can't get going, and went up against
Florida because of them.
Well, went up against DJ Lagway. Was that them doing?
Yes.
That to him?
Yes, it was.
I think Blake Baker drew up a lot of great stuff to fool him.
I'm a Blake,
Yes, it was,
I'm a Blake
Joe.
Baker fan, but Cade Klubnik has not done anything.
And they did it without their best player.
Okay, he's not done anything since playing them, and DJ Lagway hasn't done anything before playing them.
If you weren't watching that LSU defense in both those games and saw how fast they are and saw how tight they cover in the secondary and how different they do things with getting to the quarterback.
I'm not sweeping it away. I'm just simply saying bad play caller.
That goes to my original point, all right?
Remember what you just said stat-wise earlier? How many times you throw the ball usually leads to a loss?
Yes.
In a game where the winning team scored 20 points, DJ Lagway put it in the air nearly 50
and this
times.
is going to my original point.
25 throws in the second half.
Let me get my point out, okay?
Ridiculous. Go ahead.
The guy calling the plays is the problem, okay?
Yeah.
He's also the OC and he's also the quarterback's coach. I keep saying this over and over and over because there are Florida people out there that say, well, the OC is Callaway and the quarterback's coach. No.
You've been saying that.
Everything.
Yeah.
He controls the offense, okay? Jaden Baugh, who's probably the best player on that offense, one of the top 3 or 4 backs in the country, he had 10 carries against LSU. He had, I think, 6 before the last 2 drives. 6!
Yeah, ridiculous.
He averaged 4.6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
He had 46 yards and 10 carries. They will run him this week.
Well,
they're going to give him 20 carries.
You would expect and you would hope, but they got Reuben Bain on the other side, big. I'm looking at these numbers, okay? Pass rusher, first and foremost, but he's also pretty fierce if you're going to try and run at him. I wonder if they will and see if they can succeed. But right now, so far this season, 15 stops, 11 pressures, 2.5 tackles for loss, sack and a half, interception, forced fumble through 3 games.
And wait till you guys see the guy on the other side, Mesidor.
Mesidor's just freak, man.
He is. That whole defense, I mean, they get after it. I mean, they swarm. I mean, they
gang tackle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like the complete antithesis of the Miami defense last year.
Run a little bit on the Canes.
No, you can't.
I think the linebacker is definitely linebackers are definitely like the weak link of the Miami defense.
You can run a little bit on the Canes.
We ain't got no weakness.
Well, that's what they're going to try and do.
All right, so Notre Dame certainly didn't run against Miami. Notre Dame, who that's their strength, they did nothing.
I think they also gave
Miami
up early on that, too.
Scored 40 against the next team they faced and lost, which is crazy. All right, real quick. Anything else that we're going to see out of these ranked games? Texas Tech at Utah. That's 21 versus 20. Utah's got a chance, obviously, to stake their claim to the Big 12. Texas Tech does too. Have you seen the numbers that quarterback is putting up?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
10 a.m. local game, by the way.
Yeah, that's wild.
A catastrophe.
We mentioned War Eagle versus Boomer Sooner. What about Tulane at Ole Miss? Are we going to see any surprise there? That's 17th ranked Hottie Toddy.
Ole Miss quarterback not playing.
Yeah, and so
he's
been
that
rolled
kid
out
from last week. Yeah.
So Shambles is playing again. Interesting.
Because I thought Austin Simmons was still trying to get well, but they have ruled
They
him out.
announced that today. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, and then Illinois and Indiana. Okay, Fighting Illini looks
a
fun game, man.
Really good.
Yeah, what you got on? What's your take on that, man?
That's a fun game. That's a statement game for Indiana because we've all just dogpiled Indiana and that they didn't deserve to be in the playoff last year and they didn't play anybody. Well, now they're playing top 10 Illinois in the regular season, and they did it once last year in Ohio State and they got annihilated.
Yeah.
And now they're at home against the top 10 team. So this is kind of a statement game for them.
It's a big one.
It's a put up or shut up game.
Yeah,
for them.
yeah. The only reason we're hammering them is because Signetti said, "Google me." I win.
He was running his mouth last year.
He's still running his mouth.
I do
right
like
now
the Indiana quarterback from Cal.
Yeah.
From
Mendoza.
Miami.
Mendoza,
He can sling it.
Is it Francisco?
Mendoza.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll wrap up with some more thoughts on the Jags, but there are definitely a lot of big ball games in the college world that we are looking forward to. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Big number one Duval Ford is trusted by Duval families, Duval businesses, and law enforcement across Florida. We're Jacksonville's largest Ford dealer by new Ford sales with the biggest service facility to keep everything in your driveway and in your fleet on the road. Shop big number one Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue for our low prices and nationally recognized service first experience. Big number one Duval Ford, proudly serving North Florida since 1916.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
Pre-game Friday.
Built by Dream Finders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle on 1010XL.
Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to american-electrical.com and see how they can help you.
PRI Productions is the official game day production partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, I'm Randy Goodwin, president and owner of PRI Productions. Chances are, if you've been in Jacksonville over the last 30 years, you've seen our work, from corporate and social events to concert production and much more. We have the equipment and expertise to make your next event memorable. So call the experts at the Jaguars Call. PRI Productions, bringing your ideas to life.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Attention ladies! The Ladies Florida State Championship is returning to Best Bet Jacksonville from September 18th to the 21st. Highlights include a World Poker Tour Mega Satellite, a free Q&A session with the Poker Hall of Famer and First Lady of Poker, Linda Johnson, and Women's Poker Hall of Famer, Jan Fisher. It includes the $300 No Limit Hold'em Ladies Championship Tournament and the $200 Kings and Queens No Limit Hold'em event. Don't miss this action-packed weekend. For all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Celebrate every score for Duval's favorite home team this season at One Night Taco Stand. Enjoy $3.99 margaritas, and when the home team scores, free tequila shots. Dine in only during the game. Don't miss Taco Tuesday, daily lunch specials, and Top Shelf Friday, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows. One Night Taco Stand, where tacos, tequila, and touchdowns come together.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that Miami, Florida is near and dear to my heart. You know why? It was the first game the big fella dressed in the Orange Bowl and went through the smoke.
Nice.
1987. First time I dressed, ran through the smoke.
How'd that game
in the Orange Bowl?
How did you deal with that if you're orange and blue to the death?
No, none of that. No. I'm not listening to you, man.
I'm also not going to play that soundbite this week.
You have to play it.
No.
Every time we say it, you have to play it.
Not that week.
Wouldn't
Not this
be
week.
right.
Not this week. Not this week.
Wouldn't be
Come
prudent.
on, JJ.
So because of that, this game, I have to live vicariously through the other teammates because I never physically played Florida because I was on the bench. I watched the game. I watched us annihilate y'all.
Luckily for Florida.
Was that the 31-4 game?
31-4 game.
Yeah, good.
Florida
got 4 points from 2 snaps over the punter's head.
Willis McGee snapped the ball over the kicker's head twice.
I really didn't want you
Twice.
I really didn't want you to bring up the result.
And Jimmy was not happy. But that's my history.
That was part of our history as far as keeping.
I went to that game.
Keeping a streak alive. Of scoring points.
That was the road trip from hell.
The streak lived.
You got a number of road trips from hell. Okay.
No, as a college student, that was godly.
Well, yeah. You can't get out of the stadium.
No.
You bought your tickets.
No,
you drove
not only
down
that,
there.
plus it's the old gray lady down there, which was not a good place to be around,
Yeah.
Especially once the game was over.
Very bad neighborhood.
Yes, not good. That was not a good moment there.
You gotta have some street cred, bro. If you're gonna go through.
I got zero street
Listen,
cred.
one of my best friend's moms, she's a Florida State grad. She drove down to the game one year at the Orange Bowl and had painted on her car windows a bunch of Florida State stuff. She came out after the game. Every single window and windshield were completely smashed out.
Bro,
kidding, man.
Bro, I'll give you a great story. When we were 12, I think I was 15 and my brother was 12. We got on a bus with a couple of friends down to I cannot believe my parents allowed us to do this. We got on a tour bus down to watch the Dolphins and the Jets play. All right? Just 2 young kids. And the Jets just got hammered. And there was a guy on the bus who also just got hammered. So we're driving out of the city. We haven't even really gotten out of Liberty City yet. And the guy's just screaming, "Stop the bus!"
Oh, no.
Stop the bus! He starts stumbling off the bus. He gets to the door, he turns around, looks at everybody, and goes, "Jets!" walks out of the bus, and just stumbles away into the night.
How old were you?
I was like 15, and my brother was like 12. We talk about it all the time. Number one, I can't believe my parents let us do that.
Different time.
Yeah. Number two, it was just like we went down there on a tour bus. It was great. Came back on a tour bus. It was great.
Yeah, and no danger whatsoever.
None at all.
Yeah.
All right, my takeaway is I wish life was like that again. That's my takeaway. Go, Joe.
There ain't nothing wrong with that takeaway, bro. Because you could do anything and you could trust everybody, and it was all good. Yeah,
right.
That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, go get you some on Sunday is what I'm looking at, okay? It's so paramount that you go into this game with a quick start if you're Jacksonville, that you make sure that what got you to this point and got you excited about 2025's version of the Jacksonville Jaguars is running the football and taking the football away from the other guys. Keep it up. That's what needs to happen. This football team needs to play with confidence. They need to certainly be successful along the offensive line like they have been the first couple of games. Keep Trevor clean as possible in the pocket with time to throw, and get Brian Thomas Jr., let's just say, Leon, reintegrated back into this offense, because that's what needs to happen. He's going to have a big part in that, okay? Mm-hmm. Big part. He's going to have to step up and say, you know what, I need to go back to being who I was, BTJ of 2024. We'll see if it happens. All right, let's see what's cooking at Big Dogs.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Big Dog Sports in Orange Park is where Helmets and Heels is holed up. Lauren Brooks joins us now. You guys are set up and ready to roll?
Abso-freaking-lutely, Joe. If you've never been to Big Dogs here in Orange Park, you are missing out. The best wings in all of Jacksonville. Well, really, Orange Park. So the First Coast. The best wings on all of the First Coast. Tons of drink specials. Going to have a big time here. And by the way, in honor of the Prowler Throwbacks on Sunday, I'm wearing, and Big Dogs, of course, as well, I'm wearing my Freddie T jersey, the Prowler Throwback.
Yeah, the 28, he's my favorite player. In Jacksonville Jaguar history, with apologies to Leon as I look right at him right now.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Leon just look at me like, you will get the hands when this is done. But he knows it. He knows it. But anyway, I love Freddie T. And so, so the throwback will be so much fun now that they're bringing. And they brought the old helmets out, the Big Sur and everybody else was wearing them.
Yeah, they need to win in the Prowler Throwbacks on Sunday, as y'all have detailed all day. But yeah, Eric Armstead going to join us at 3 o'clock, so we will talk to the Jaguars defensive tackle then. And then Seth Payne, who understands, of course, all things Jaguars and Texans, played for both. He'll join us at 3:30, and we'll continue to tell everybody how great it is here at Big Dogs.
All right, sounds good. OP, head on out there. We appreciate it. We'll be listening.
All right, thanks so much, gentlemen. Have a good weekend.
All right, Big Dogs, we're Orange Park kind of gets together to watch sports. That's where Helmets and Heels is at. Listen, Leon,
I'm just saying, how many lunches has Freddie T brought in?
Yeah, that's a good point. If we
0.
That's compared to you?
All right,
close.
Listen.
Although you're going to owe me one after giving me 70 points in the Gators, I can tell you that.
All right, I love you, bro, as much as I love Freddie T. All right, we're done. Thanks to Florida Home AC. Don't forget, be safe, but have fun and get fired up for that big game on Sunday. All that college ball. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Florida Home AC Friday. JJ, take it away, man.
We're close to being pretty dangerous, in my opinion.
So if they tired of winning, we've won this league 8 out of the last 10 years. Is that not good?
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval